Hello, I'm Takis Metaxas and I teach computer science at Wellesley College. Thank you for the opportunity to present at the Journalism Interactive conference, and sorry that due to a medical issue I cannot be with you in person at this time. Let me tell you a little bit about Twitter Trails. TwitterTrails.com is a project that was designed with primarily journalists and citizen reporters in mind, but also any Twitter user who would like to know more about how rumors or other stories spread on social media. I refer to rumors as claims embedded in stories one may want to investigate on Twitter. TwitterTrails.com is a website that was created by our team at Wellesley College with the help of an NSF award and is providing an interactive service investigating story spreading online. So if you forget anything else you hear today, just remember the URL twittertrails.com and you can find everything else starting from there. So what Twitter Trails can do for you? Many times you may read a rumor or a bit of other curious information on Twitter and you would like to know more about it quickly and without much effort. You would like to have a system that would take a quick look on the rumor and give you some essential information about it. For example, you see this tweet that a plane is spotted in the sea just a couple of weeks after the Malaysian Airlines lost plane. Should you retweet it to let others know of this serious issue? Or you see a tweet mentioning the shooting of two Ferguson policemen the night before. This is a sensitive issue. You wonder how people react to it. Are they polarized or do they find some common ground? Do the major media outlets report one side more than the other? Or you see a tweet of someone who's riding the London Underground and worries about terrorist warnings. Is it widespread? Do the authorities know about it? TwitterTrails.com can answer some of these questions and quite a few more. It can answer questions regarding the origin of a rumor, how does it spread, how does the audience react to it, how is the audience divided over the rumor, etc. There is nothing magical about Twitter Trails. It collects Twitter data on demand and then analyzes them using deterministic and machine learning algorithms, producing some really cool visualizations within minutes. You can run your own searches by visiting bit.ly/ttrequest and entering your search terms. Note that the two T's are capitalized. The algorithms we run are based on the assumption that retweeting most of the time indicates interest, agreement, and trust in various degrees, an assumption that it is supported by your research. It is also based on the assumption that when you have a large audience, most of the time will not try to mislead you willingly. Again, this is not always true for small groups of people or for issues that are emotionally charged, but nevertheless, these assignments are largely true, and that's what we explore and exploit with TwitterTrails.com. At the time of this recording, we have investigated more than 200 stories. Here are some samples. A rumor claiming that a cell phone was found in the wreckage of the Germanwings airplane, containing a video of the last moments of the plane. A rumor claiming that the missing item from Fort Carson was not a nuclear weapon, despite internet rumors. A rumor that a 9-year-old girl killed her gun instructor, including some opinion about it. Not every story we investigate is about a serious issue. The next one is a picture claiming that Vladimir Putin's motorcade had an odd shape. Was that a real photo? With Twitter Trails, you can also investigate how hashtags of events or memes propagate. The last example here tracks how much people tweet using hashtags about Grexit and Graxident, the possibility that Greece may exit the Eurozone intentionally or unintentionally. After the collection of the relevant data, our algorithms perform an automatic data analysis and can answer the following question. Who was the originator of the story? That is, who made the story widely known? We distinguish the originator from the person who made the first tweet about the story because they can play very different roles in the spreading of the rumor. How the story spread over time? Is it still spreading at the time of the investigation? Who have been spreading the story through retweeting? Do they form a dense group or do they form a disconnected network? Are there any tweets denying the rumor or presenting an alternative view to the rumor? And who are the most visible actors in the spreading according to the audience? Let's see how these and other answers are provided with a few examples taken from the stories mentioned earlier. So there is a lot of information that Twitter Trails can offer through a variety of tools and visualizations. They provide enough information to someone who wants to examine the spreading of a rumor in some detail. However, many people may just want to know a quick answer. For them, we provide the story summary section that quickly summarizes the important point. What is the point being investigated? Who was the originator and who the first poster? Whether Twitter Trails can determine whether, according to the crowd, the rumor was true or false. In this example, we can see that the story about Putin's motorcade broke 6 days after it was first posted, likely unbeknownst to the person who made it so widely known. It started as a joke by an account belonging to the Euromaidan party of Ukraine. Let's now examine some of the visualization tools that Twitter Trails provides. The first is the propagation graph that shows how the story became known and what happened in the minutes after the breaking of the story. This is the propagation graph of the story about the sighting of an airplane in the sea in the Gran Canary Islands. We can see by hovering the cursor on top of the originator who was the originator and how did he manage to get so much attention, almost 600 retweets within minutes. The story happened as the search of the lost Malaysian Airlines plane was still going on, and within 10 minutes was repeated by the equivalent of 911 in the US, the 112 Canarias. But while the information was corrected 10 minutes later, many news organizations around the world kept reproducing the original incorrect rumor. The blue circles around the data points indicate that these are verified accounts, and their names reveal that they belong to news organizations. It turns out that the originator was a sports reporter, and probably he made other reporters promote the information without doing their own checking. Using Twitter Trails, a reporter could have found out what happened with the rumor and decide not to retweet. We investigated a few minutes after the rumor broke, and we found that the first tweet was sent by a citizen who tried to warn 112 Canarias and other authorities about what she saw. But since he had not many followers, it did not get much attention. We also noticed that there was a negation of the rumor spreading at the same time. Checking the counter-rumor, we found reference to a remolcador, or tugboat, being confused as the plane from the land. At that time, there was enough information casting doubt on the validity of the original rumor. Thankfully, it was just a mistake. Looking at the ratio of negating retweets to the promoting retweets, our algorithm suggested that this was likely a false rumor. If one needs more information on how the rumor and the counter-rumor progressed, the retweet network provides a lot of information. We can see here that information originated at several online groups, and we could examine the characteristics of these groups if we wanted. Another visualization Twitter Trails provides is the co-retweeted network that examines the relationship between those who the crowd consider the most visible actors in a story spreading. When the issue is a political one often sees significant polarization between online groups. For example, in the story investigating the shooting of 2 Ferguson policemen, one can see in yellow a larger group of conservatives discussing the subject, located far from a smaller group of liberals shown in dark blue. They are interfacing with a group of media organizations colored light blue and green who keep the middle ground in the communication, though one can notice that some media organizations lean a little towards the liberals or the conservative. For some of the stories we investigate, we also write commentaries in our blog, which can be found through a link of twittertrails.com. Or, if you can remember that URL, you can find it at blogs.wellesley.edu/twittertrails. On our main page, we have a quick reference to the stories we have investigated. Each story is categorized as a claim or as a story following an event or a meme. For claims, Twitter Trails may make determination whether, according to its value of spread and skepticism, is likely to be true or false. We calculate spread as a function of all retweets, and skepticism as the ratio of negating retweets over promoting retweets. Our system so far correctly categorizes over 90% of rumors investigated. However, our stories are not a random collection of all rumors that can be found out there. They're rather geared towards the rumors that journalists take interest in and search to validate them. I hope we have increased your interest on Twitter trails, and next time you hear a rumor of Twitter you want to investigate, point your browser to bit.ly/ttrequest, notice the TT capitalized, and send us a request. Thank you.